Good afternoon. This place, an absolute vision, a sight to behold. Now, the noise. The sound of hope, the sound of fear, the sound of trepidation. The final day cocktail of emotions that only football can bring. The championship has had a nation gripped. Now for the final dance before the curtain comes down on the regular season. That has been anything but regular. Coventry City and Middlesbrough still have their dreams in front of them. Time to reach out and grab them. Chance here for Sakamoto to make his way forward. Sims waiting in the box, hook goalwards! And the first real cause of concern for Middlesbrough as Ellis Sims made his presence felt.
Well, what a brilliant ball into the area, and Dale Fry is always behind Ellis Sims and he just can't quite hook his foot around that and get it on target. That goes down, first chance of the game.
Coventry looking for the win to secure a top six place. Boro looking to snatch the ticket from them. There's Bidwell. Bidwell again. Fry in the way that time. Whittaker. Hackney looking for the... And now it's Illing Jr.
Well, that really genuinely is the first heart-in-mouth moment for Coventry City and all their fans. They play it really well here. I kind of felt that the Morgan Whittaker at Plymouth Argyle might have took a strike from there, but ultimately they work it well, and it's Illing Jr. trying to give Ben Wilson the eyes, just whips the ball a little bit too far. Look, it's in, it's in. How close is that? Well, this is where they want to be playing the game. More of the game in the Coventry City half of the pitch.
Azaz on the move. It's Azaz who tried to place it, and Wilson got down to it.
Well, you can see by Finn Azaz's reaction. Feels that he's found the back of the net here. It's a super effort, and he's shielded by Bobby Thomas, but Ben Wilson gets down really smartly. This is a super save. Bounces in front of him, and he just gets enough of it. Tip it onto the post.
Michael Carrick found life tough at the turn of the year and into February. There were rumblings of discontent, but Steve Gibson, who is desperate for this to work, backed Michael Carrick, and he's hoping that he is rewarded for that show of faith. Bidwell rumbling forward for Coventry City, away by Borges. Matt Grimes. There's Sheaf. Thomas. Sakamoto, faced by Illing Jr. It's made room for the cross. Radoni! The first twist here. A City roars its heart out. Coventry City bringing chaos to this city. It's the moment they craved and the moment that Middlesbrough feared.
Well, huge, absolutely huge, and it's their same old usual reliable source to goal. It's a cross from Coventry City, and they're very patient here. They work it well to Sakamoto, and his sole intent is to just get half a yard and whip it in, and look who's in there. Jack Radoni, Johnny on the spot. He has been phenomenal this season, and the technique to glance this header down into the ground makes it so hard for goalkeepers. What a header. Huge, huge moment. Well, it will be all about getting on the front foot, playing this game of football in Coventry City's half, putting the pressure on them.
Morgan Whittaker. Finding his big pal, Finn Azaz. There's Hackney. Now Borges. Whittaker closing in on that. Tommy Conway with the touch. And it's Azaz! And it's kicked out by Ben Wilson, who comes in with the goods.
Oh, it's a big, big moment. Huge moment. Almost as big a moment as Jack Rodoni's goal, you have to say.
Here come Middlesbrough again. Illing Jr. That flashes across the face of goal. It took a nick on the way through. It's a Middlesbrough corner. Encouragement for Middlesbrough here.
Oh, excellent. All comes from the Borges cross. A great little touch by Whittaker. It's hit ferociously and he reacts really well. He almost anticipates where this strike is going. Look, it's on his way. Good strong hands.
Middlesbrough on the front foot again, and Wilson's there again to keep out Azaz again. That's 3 out of 3 now against Finn Azaz. Rodoni. Van Eyck. There's Haji Wright. Bidwell's on the outside. Haji Wright! Inches away.
Oh, it's brilliant. And although it's missed the target, it's struck into the perfect area and it's crying out for a teammate to be following in and getting a tap in.
Morris. Coventry were banked up on the edge of their own box, and now a chance to break. It's Sheaf. Sims to his right, Haji Wright to his left. There's Haji Wright. Haji Wright just got away from him. It's back with him now. And now it's Rodoni! And Travers reacts.
Yeah. Smart save from Mark Travers. That was all because Middlesbrough didn't want to cross the ball. It's like they want to score the perfect goal. They had so many opportunities.
There's Illing Jr. Space here for Bergsorg! Was that the chance for Middlesbrough?
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. And that's why you've got that reaction from Michael Carrick. At the absolute minimum, you have to hit the target, you have to work the goalkeeper. I'm not saying you should score, but that is a glorious opportunity.
Travers is surrounded again at his near post. Coventry looking for breathing space here. Thomas rises, gets a touch on it. Away by Whittaker. Bidwell. Now Finn Azaz. Tommy Conway gives chase. Wilson again perfectly placed, waiting outside his box, waiting for that moment.
Well, honestly, I kid you not, that is as good as a save. It's brilliant from Ben Wilson. Starting position, crucial.
Well, the referee plays the advantage as Brandon Thomas Asante strikes the frame of the goal. That could have sealed it for Coventry City. Middlesbrough are still in the fight.
Wow. This really is nail-biting. Because Middlesbrough just about still in this. But had this found the net, that would have been that for Middlesbrough. Thunderous strike. Absolutely wonderful effort.
There's Delano Bergsorg. Now Hackney. It's Whittaker! On the frame of the goal, it's hit at the other end.
Well, we know all about Morgan Whittaker, don't we? And that hammer of a left foot that he's got, hasn't found the net with it for Middlesbrough. since his arrival. It's probably as close as he's come.
Whittaker, Azaz, those two linked up so well during their Plymouth Argyle days. Falls in the mix, and Whittaker tries to get there. He does get there ahead of Wilson, but Coventry City through Bobby Thomas dealt with it as far as they're concerned in the nick of time. And now Brandon Thomas-Asante leading the surge upfield. Radoni's there with him. Radoni to finish it. Coventry City send Middlesbrough to the floor again. The grip on a playoff ticket tightens. It's more torment for the Teessiders.
I shouldn't really be surprised it's Jack Radoni. I mean, that's how the fine margins are. Morgan Whittaker is probably a yard away from putting a chance on a plate at one end, but then Thomas-Asante, outstanding. And unlike earlier in the game, there was a situation where a striker didn't get his head up. Had you right, it was 3-on-1. Thomas-Asante always knew where Jack Radoni was, and you were never going to bet against him missing. He has been outstanding. And I think they can breathe a little easier now.
Van Erwijk, Whittaker with that touch. Azaz again setting his sights. It just hasn't happened for him. Coventry City, hurt, broken from a championship playoff past, are ready to risk it all in the playoffs again. Their season will go on. The dream goes on. The life-changing playoffs are waiting. Jack Radoni with the double. Ben Wilson, who was brought into the starting 11 today, made a couple of big saves. But Coventry City have made it, and it's more Teesside torment at the hands of Coventry for Middlesbrough. So Coventry City are in the playoffs. Frank Lampard has taken them there. Their season goes on. Middlesbrough's campaign is over. Coventry City 2, Middlesbrough 0.